it's me again. Well, we've got to the 8th of December this time, so we can look at our Advent calendar and have a look in pocket number 8 and see what our reference is today. Yep, we're still in Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 11, verses 1 to 5. Let me read those verses. A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From his roots a branch will bear fruit. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and of understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of power, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. And he will delight in the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes, or decide by what he hears with his ears, but with righteousness he will judge the needy. With justice he will give decisions for the poor of the earth. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth. With the breath of his lips he will slay the wicked. Righteousness will be his belt, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. So another promise given through the prophet Isaiah. Jesse, by the way, was the father of David, King David, who we've heard about several times. So this stump of Jesse is another reference to the family line of David that we've mentioned before. And it is a wonderful promise, again, that a descendant will come from this line. And the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. God's Spirit will be upon this king, and he will be the perfect king. He's going to rule with righteousness and justice. He's going to make sure that the poor and the needy are cared for in the right way and are not overlooked or abused, as so often is the case throughout history. It is those who are most vulnerable who get exploited and mistreated by those in power. But this is going to be a king who will reign in such a way that justice and righteousness prevail. Note also from that passage his role in judgment. It says he will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, with the breath of his lips he will slay the wicked. You see, people under this king will be held to account for what they do with his words, with his teaching. And this will clearly then be a deliverer that we must have a healthy and reverent fear of, because he will see not just obvious wickedness, not just what is on the outside, the obvious injustice and unkindness and cruelty that we sadly do see in the world, but he will see and know our hearts. And with perfect righteousness and justice, he will bring judgment. And that's a real challenge, isn't it, to us? I think, although we get excited at the idea of the deliverer who is coming because he is so badly needed, yet actually we need to consider carefully what is going on in our own hearts, because this king is one who will see everything. I'm sure the people of Isaiah's day were looking forward with excitement to the coming of this promised one, but perhaps also with some trepidation, and maybe we should too. But anyway, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you can come back again tomorrow. Bye.